would you pick the Jazz to cover the spread, or is there another spread on tonight's slate that you would roll to, Nick?
You know, I do like Milwaukee to cover 5.5 at Philly. I think this is a really tough spot for the shorthanded Sixers on the second half of a back-to-back. And I know Milwaukee's sideline, or has guys sidelined as well, and Philly's played pretty well given the circumstances with the guys that they've had out. But I think you're asking a lot for the Sixers, to compete in that game. But if you're looking at this Atlanta-Utah game, I mean, Atlanta has really fallen off over the last week or so. They've dropped 4 straight, another blowout loss last night at Golden State. They lost by 18 to this Utah team just last week. So not a ton of reasons right now to put faith in this Hawks team. I have no trouble rolling with the Jazz tonight.
You got any issues rolling with the Jazz, Garion?
No, I mean, it's a big number. It's probably says something about just how I view the Hawks from last season, that seeing it this number is so jarring. And I would agree with Nick. I think I would be more comfortable just betting the Bucks here. I think I like their number against the spread a little bit more. But at the same time, I mean, you mentioned it, Emerson. The Hawks have just been terrible on the road so far this season. For the season as a whole, they have the 4th worst defensive rating in basketball. It just doesn't seem like they've figured out their rotation. And I don't want to say there's been infighting or anything like that, because, we haven't seen anything to that level. But I think it's clear there's, some unhappiness about some younger players who are in their 3rd, 4th seasons who are not getting the minutes they maybe feel like they should be getting. I mean, Kevin Huerter's barely playing, and he just signed a $100 million contract. So, there's just some weird chemistry stuff going on with the Hawks right now, where that never seems to be an issue with the Jazz. Oh, no, wait, it was. It was a really big issue for them at a very distinct moment. But the Jazz are playing really well, and they just play incredibly well at home. Right now, they are outscoring opponents by 13.3 points per 100 possessions when they're playing in Utah. That's only a 3-game sample, but this is the kind of stuff we've seen from them basically the past half decade. So when the Jazz are at home, I really just have no issue siding with the Jazz.